Hello, this is a test. Can you talk?
Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrea. Welcome to my channel. I commute con Andrea. I'm speaking English now. What? So this is a bilingual channel, as many of you guys know. And I have a special guest for you guys today, Jenny Rodriguez. She's actually a friend of mine. We've been friends already for a couple of years. Thank you so much for being here. Qué bonita te ves. We're gonna be eating Maruchan and doing Chisme time. The topic about this Chisme time is gonna be about toxic relationships and how to overcome them. Over here, my girl over here, she just overcame a toxic relationship, so we want to talk more about it.
My sister-in-law.
By the way.
By the way.
It's like I'm just a random girl here, chilling, you know?
Random girl with quinoa.
Want to hear the chisme?
How would you describe like your life before meeting him?
I feel like I was like a really like positive, like fun person to be around with. I was always goofy, like I would always just say whatever was on my mind. Like you guys know I have no filter. Like I would talk about everything, like sex, whatever. I don't even care. Like I was just, and I loved doing my makeup. I loved getting ready. I liked going to the gym. When I first met this person, I felt an urge to talk to him. Like I was the one that actually pursued him at first. When I met him, I felt really happy because I had never had like a real boyfriend. So he showed me a side of a relationship that I had never had before.
Because you were engaged, right? You were engaged to this person.
Yeah.
So I know that obviously it was really hard for you to break that off, but can you tell me what were the signs, or what were the red signs that you noticed about this person?
One of the red flags that I did see was that we didn't see eye to eye in almost anything. And another thing, that he didn't trust me. He would be like, oh, are you even really at your family's house? Are you even really there? So I would constantly be having to check in with him and be like, I'm here with my family, yes, here I'll send you a picture, da-da-da.
We could never just hang out without Jenny being on the phone.
Yeah.
Or Jenny like, oh, I'm sorry, like always like trying
I was
to
always
question-
saying sorry.
She was being questioned about where she was at.
Another red flag I think I saw was that he made me feel guilty for wanting to hang out with my family. I think lastly, the last red flag I would say was that he depended his happiness a lot on me. So he would say that he was happy with himself, but from his actions, it didn't show that he was happy with himself because he portrayed it all on me, like I had to provide that happiness to him, you know?
How did your personality start changing as you went along with this relationship?
So in the beginning, I mean, I feel like I kind of saw the signs since the beginning, but I chose to ignore them because, you know, you as a woman, you're just like, no, I chose this person, like I'm gonna stick with this person, like I followed my heart, so this is where I'm gonna go. But yeah, my personality definitely did start changing, and I think my family noticed it mostly because they were the ones that lived with me, or that would see me the most. And I think I just became very like negative. And I remember like asking my sister one day, just like in tears, literally like in tears, and just so like hurt, and just being like, do you feel like I'm still positive? Like for me to ask somebody, do you feel like I'm still positive? That was like a wake-up call to me. Like the fact that I'm asking someone to validate that for me, and like the fact that I had to ask my sister, my family, the people that I care about the most, that spoke volumes to me, you know? So I think that's when I realized I lost myself. I'm not gonna do that again. I need to get myself back. I became very like stressed, and I can tell you I was one of those people that was like, what is stress? Like I've never had stress in my life. Like I don't know, like I think people are just lying about what stress is. Like it's not real, whatever, you know. But definitely with him was the very first time I experienced stress. I lost the self-motivation. never wanted to go to the gym anymore. I just wanted to stay home. And what I mean by stay home, I didn't want to go with him. Like, I'd rather have him go by himself and me stay at home by myself, because when we'd go to the gym, that was when the problems arose. Like, that was when he would kind of like start the problems, and he would get mad if like someone were to look at me. So walking to the gym, that was my safe place at some point, you know.
What would you say was like the thing that would stop you from like breaking up the relationship?
I think definitely was a lot of people's opinions. So to me, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of like in the Mexican culture, we have ¿qué va a decir la gente? ¿Qué van a pensar de ti? Ya estabas casada, no, ya estás comprometida, no, esa es tu persona, like, no. And so I had a lot of that in my mind, like, oh my God, I can't do this, like, people are gonna judge me, people are gonna tell me that's wrong, that no, I chose this person, I have to be with him, I'm engaged, like, I'm tied down. So I feel like the commitment, definitely, because I had a ring, but I feel like because I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to hurt somebody. And I felt like if I were to leave, like, I don't know what would happen to him.
Why did you decide to finally end the relationship?
It's funny because a lot of people, they don't realize that we have a voice in our head, you know? Like, I think they do realize it, but they choose not to listen to it. And I remember I had already thought of ending the relationship because every single night we would go to sleep, I would constantly have that voice in my head telling me, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Why are you here? You're not happy. You're not happy. Every single day I would go to sleep wishing for peace in my heart, wishing for peace in my relationship, because it was always chaos. It was always just toxic. And like the thing is, I would like reach out to like my family members, asking them for advice, and it just came to a point where I realized, I was like, no, I'm the only one that knows. I'm the only one that knows what I'm really living through. And I know that I'm not happy. Why am I lying to everyone? Why am I lying to myself? You know, why am I covering it up with these beautiful pictures that we take, these beautiful like quotations that you put on your Instagram or your social media? Like, I'm done covering that up, you know? And I just woke up one day and was like, I'm gonna break up with him today. I have something in me telling me I'm gonna do it. Not even thinking about the consequences or what the pain was gonna be like after. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about myself. I was thinking about, I need to get myself back. That's it. This is gonna be hard, but I will survive. Like, I will survive. Yeah, that's I'm just saying, it's fucking true. And I felt good. I was like, wow, like even now, like I'm telling you, like it feels good to say that, because I go back to that moment and like it's a relief to have been able to come to the point where I was so sure to just end it. And I know like a lot of girls, they stay because they're scared that they're not gonna find somebody to love them,
or they're scared of the process of healing. How was the healing for you? Like how did you heal yourself after the breakup?
Yeah, I think definitely I would have to say my family. I would have to thank my family for my healing process, because I was never alone. Like literally the minute I almost felt alone and I felt like I was not gonna be able to do, I was about to like break down, my sister-in-law was there for me. I can say she was like my angel throughout this whole process. Like any single time I needed a vent, I needed to let something out, I said it to her. And I think that's what helped me a lot, my family, and definitely myself. Self-motivation. You have to have that self-love for yourself.
When you're in a toxic relationship, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. Like it's so like that's the process. Like you have to find yourself again, and I think that's what people are so scared of doing.
They're scared, yeah.
But like she said, you know, I think like family definitely will be your strength, and also yourself. You have to be like it's like you said, like it's self-motivation, because leaving someone, it takes so much guts to leave someone. Like it really does, because you don't want to go through that process. But then again, like you also can like I don't think you can depend on your family 100% because your family can't be with you 100% of the time, but you have to like have that self-motivation to keep forward. And like I think that's like super great.
Yeah.
Because there's times where you probably felt like, oh, I miss him.
Yeah.
But I think that you know it was over. Like you know, like,
and like I feel like you have to understand, like with healing, it's gonna be wishy-washy every single day. One day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna miss that person. You're gonna be like, man, why did I leave this person? I miss his kisses, I miss his hugs, I miss the love. And then another day I'll wake up and I'll be like, I am so happy I'm out of that situation, like, you know. And I understood that the healing process was gonna be like that. And you just have to be okay with it, accepting that, because that's just how life goes. In order to find happiness one day, you have to go through the storm. I know it sounds cliche, but you have to go through that storm to reach the end of the rainbow. Like,
the thing is that you were engaged to this person. Like in the Mexican culture, I don't know, but it's so hard because when you're engaged or when you live with someone, it's like basically like you're married, you're set. You can't change your mind. And I think that a lot of people can probably see that as wrong. Like, oh, how dare you leave an engagement like that? But it's like, you always have to think for yourself first. And I think that people can depend, like if someone has to depend on you for their happiness, it's not gonna work. So like after this whole thing happened, now like how would you describe yourself as a woman now? Like,
I feel more happier as a person, and I feel like I'm able to speak up for myself. I'm able to like just say what I want to say. I'm not afraid anymore. It was my fodonga year, like we said, so I did not look like how I look right now. Let's just say that.
appreciate all this.
Yes, that's why I always talk about my dad.
That was gone for a while. Qué bueno te ves arreglada.
Le tocó el baño, ¿verdad?
What do you think was the most important lesson you learned about love?
I think definitely I can say that it's okay for your perspective on love to change, because you're growing up. You're growing as a person. You're going through situations that make you see love in a different situation, in a different way. And so obviously I think my perspective on love before was very childish, I can say that. So I feel like now I look more for someone who's gonna enhance my like authentic self. Somebody who's gonna bring out the best part of me, who's gonna let me be myself, and I'm not gonna be afraid to say what I wanna say, and someone that will just help support me in that journey, you know, and I will be there to support them. Like, I just want to grow with someone. I want to be able to go through those things and obstacles and still make it out as a partnership together, you know.
And that's how it should be.
And that's how it should be. And like, I look up to them because her and my brother, they've been together for 8 years, 9 years. They've never broken up. They're married 3 years. 3 years. About to get married through the church. Like,
it's been a process, and I always tell her, like, I'm like, dude, like, there's gonna be bumps and roads through like a relationship, and that, like, it's not always gonna be like perfect and everything. Like, you know, it's just it's a process. It's a long process, and then that's why I always try to give my best advice to her. Like,
because you've been in it for a long time.
And like, you know, I've known her since she was 15.
I was 15,
and so it's like I've gone through her like through so many stages
in my life.
So and I'm like, dude, like I know the Jenny that I know what she deserves, and she's definitely gonna, like, you know, overcome, like, and she did overcome all that.
Like the fact that I'm right now like smiling and I'm being myself right now, it's like it's a whole different energy. Like, if you could have seen me like months ago, I was just so droggy. Like, my energy was so low.
Or what would you advise girls or guys that are watching us that are in toxic relationships currently?
I would say, don't act stupid. You know how you feel. Like, you know, you're the only person that knows how you feel, and don't like disregard what your heart tells you, because we all have an inner voice, and that inner voice is talking to you. And when it talks to you, if it's telling you like you're not happy, you're not supposed to be, like, this isn't what your life is supposed to be. Because think about it, God did not put you in this place to be miserable. God put you in this place to be happy, and he may have put you through this situation so you can learn and come out of it a better person, but that isn't your final stage in life. Your final stage in life is to be happy.
Absolutely.
And you know, so I would say just don't be stupid. Like, I'm sorry, but like I'm gonna say like really, like yo me hice pendeja, me hacía pendeja, even though my inner voice was talking to me, and I can say that.
I'm like, yeah.
You know,
even if you are in a toxic relationship, it's fine. You're not wasting your time, and it's not wasted time at all, because you learned a lot about yourself and you learn what you want to, like what you want for your next relationship.
And like I wanted to add to that, how you said, I feel like sometimes being in a toxic relationship is a hidden blessing.
Yeah.
It's like a hidden blessing, because you, like you said, you see what you don't want and what you don't want to put yourself through again, and you start to realize, no, I'm not gonna attract this bad energy anymore. I'm gonna attract better for myself, because I know I deserve that.
So yeah, that was Chisme time with Maruchan. I'm sorry, that was Chisme time eating Maruchan and quinoa with I don't know what else she put.
Broccoli.
She's a healthy person.
I'm trying to.
So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys stayed until the end of this video, thank you so much. And thank you guys for being here today.
Thank you for having
I commute con Andrea. So yeah, you guys have a great day. Please think about what we just discussed. If you're in a toxic relationship, try to analyze it, think about it, try to get some input from everything that we just said, and hopefully you can overcome everything. So
Bye.
very perfect.